Welcome! Today, we're diving into the concept of habitability standards. These are the basic requirements that ensure a living space is safe, clean, and suitable for people to live in. Whether you're a tenant, landlord, or just curious about housing, understanding these standards is crucial. Habitability standards are not just about comfort, they're about health and safety. They protect residents from dangerous conditions and help maintain a minimum quality of life. In this video, we'll break down what these standards are, why they matter, and what you should look out for in any home. So, what does habitability actually mean? In simple terms, a habitable home is one that is fit to live in. This means it must meet certain minimum standards set by local or national laws. These standards cover things like structural integrity, access to water, proper heating, and protection from the elements. If a home fails to meet these requirements, it may be considered uninhabitable, and tenants could have legal grounds to demand repairs or even withhold rent. Understanding the definition is the first step in recognizing your rights and responsibilities. Habitability standards are rooted in law. Most regions have specific statutes or codes that outline what landlords must provide. These laws are designed to protect tenants from unsafe or unhealthy living conditions. For example, the implied warranty of habitability is a legal doctrine in many places, meaning landlords automatically promise that a rental unit meets basic living standards. If these standards aren't met, tenants may have legal recourse. Knowing the legal background helps both landlords and tenants understand their obligations and rights. One of the core aspects of habitability is structural safety. This means the building must be stable and secure. There should be no risk of collapse, and all walls, floors, and ceilings must be in good repair. Structural problems can lead to serious injuries or even fatalities, so regular inspections and prompt repairs are essential. A habitable home is one where you can feel safe from physical harm caused by the building itself. Access to clean. Running water is a fundamental part of habitability standards. Every habitable home must have a working water supply for drinking, cooking, cleaning, and bathing. The water must be safe and free from contaminants. If a property lacks running water or the water is unsafe, it fails the habitability test. This requirement is not just about convenience, it's about protecting health and hygiene for everyone living in the home. Habitability standards require that homes have adequate heating, especially in colder climates. This means there must be a safe and functional heating system to keep residents warm during winter. In some areas, cooling or ventilation may also be required to prevent overheating in summer. Without proper temperature control, a home can quickly become unlivable, posing risks to health and comfort. A habitable home must have safe and reliable electrical systems. This includes working outlets, lights, and wiring that meet safety codes. Faulty electrical systems can cause fires, shocks, or power outages, all of which are serious hazards. Regular maintenance and prompt repairs are necessary to ensure that the electrical system remains safe for everyone in the home. Proper plumbing is another key requirement. This means all sinks, toilets, and showers must work correctly, and sewage must be safely disposed of. Leaks, blockages, or sewage backups can make a home uninhabitable and pose serious health risks. Habitability standards ensure that plumbing systems are maintained and any issues are quickly addressed. Habitability standards require that homes are free from infestations of pests, like rodents, insects, or other vermin. Pests can carry diseases and cause damage to the property. Landlords are typically responsible for ensuring that the home is pest-free at the start of a tenancy and for addressing infestations that arise due to structural issues or other factors beyond the tenant's control. Good ventilation is essential for a healthy living environment. Habitability standards require that homes have windows or mechanical systems to allow fresh air in and remove stale air. Poor ventilation can lead to mold growth, unpleasant odors, and health problems. Ensuring proper airflow helps maintain a comfortable and safe home. A habitable home must have adequate lighting. This includes both natural light from windows and artificial light from fixtures. Proper lighting is important for safety, comfort, and mental well-being. Dark or poorly lit spaces can be hazardous and make daily activities difficult. Habitability standards ensure that every room has enough light to be used safely and comfortably. Sanitation is a cornerstone of habitability. Every habitable home must have working toilets, sinks, and bathing facilities. These must be kept clean and in good repair. Without proper sanitation, residents are at risk of illness and discomfort. Habitability standards ensure that everyone has access to the basic facilities needed for hygiene and health. Habitability standards require that homes provide adequate protection from the weather. This means the roof, windows, and doors must keep out rain, wind, and extreme temperatures. Leaks or drafts can make a home uncomfortable and even dangerous. Proper insulation and weatherproofing are essential for maintaining a habitable environment. Fire safety is a critical part of habitability. Homes must have working smoke detectors, fire exits, and sometimes fire extinguishers. Electrical systems should be up to code to prevent fires. These measures save lives and are often required by law. Regular checks and maintenance are necessary to ensure all fire safety equipment is functional. Security is another important aspect of habitability. All doors and windows should have functioning locks to protect residents from intruders. In some areas, additional security measures like deadbolts or security bars may be required. A habitable home is one where residents can feel safe and secure at all times. Stairs and railings must be safe and in good repair. Loose steps or broken railings can cause accidents and injuries. Habitability standards require that all stairs, handrails, and guardrails are sturdy and properly maintained. This is especially important in multi-story buildings or homes with elderly or young residents. Older homes may contain hazardous materials like lead paint or asbestos. Habitability standards require that these hazards are identified and properly managed. Exposure to lead or asbestos can cause serious health problems, especially for children. Landlords must take steps to remove or contain these materials to ensure the home is safe. Mold and excessive dampness are common issues that can make a home uninhabitable. Habitability standards require that homes are free from mold and have no persistent dampness. Mold can cause respiratory problems and other health issues. Proper ventilation, repairs, and moisture control are necessary to prevent these problems. Proper garbage disposal is required for a habitable home. There must be a way to safely store and remove trash to prevent infestations and odors. Overflowing garbage can attract pests and create unsanitary conditions. Habitability standards ensure that every home has access to regular waste collection and proper storage facilities. Habitability standards often include requirements for minimum space per occupant. Overcrowding can lead to health problems and increased wear and tear on the property. Each resident should have enough space for sleeping, living, and storing personal items. These rules help ensure a comfortable and healthy living environment for everyone. Accessibility is an important part of modern habitability standards. Homes should be accessible to people with disabilities, which may include ramps, wider doorways, or adapted bathrooms. These features ensure that everyone, regardless of physical ability, can live safely and comfortably in their home. Working smoke and carbon monoxide detectors are required in most homes. These devices alert residents to dangerous conditions and can save lives. Habitability standards specify where detectors must be installed and require regular testing and maintenance. Landlords are usually responsible for providing and maintaining these safety devices. Every habitable home must have safe and accessible emergency exits. This means doors and windows that can be easily opened in case of fire or other emergencies. Blocked or locked exits are a serious safety hazard. Habitability standards ensure that residents can escape quickly and safely if needed. Floors and surfaces must be safe and free from hazards. This means no loose tiles, torn carpets, or slippery areas that could cause falls. Habitability standards require that all walking surfaces are in good repair and safe for everyday use. This helps prevent accidents and injuries in the home. A habitable home must have basic kitchen facilities. This includes a sink with running water, a way to cook food, and safe storage for food and utensils. Without these, it's difficult to prepare meals safely and maintain good nutrition. Habitability standards ensure that every home has the essentials for healthy living. Hot water is essential for bathing, cleaning, and cooking. Habitability standards require that every home has a reliable supply of hot water. If the hot water system fails, it must be repaired promptly. This is not just a matter of comfort, it's necessary for health and hygiene. Proper drainage is necessary to prevent flooding and water damage. Habitability standards require that rainwater and wastewater are directed away from the home. Blocked or broken drains can cause serious problems, including mold and structural damage. Regular maintenance helps keep drainage systems working properly. If a home uses gas for heating or cooking, all appliances must be safe and properly maintained. Gas leaks can be deadly, so regular inspections and prompt repairs are essential. Habitability standards require that gas systems are up to code and that residents know how to report any issues. Habitability standards also mean that the home must not be used for illegal activities. This includes drug manufacturing, illegal gambling, or other criminal behavior. Such activities can make a home unsafe and put residents at risk. Landlords and tenants alike have a responsibility to ensure the property is used lawfully. Excessive noise or nuisance from neighbors can make a home uninhabitable. Habitability standards may include rules about noise levels and nuisance behavior. These rules help ensure that everyone can enjoy peace and quiet in their own home. If problems arise, tenants can often seek help from local authorities. Both landlords and tenants have responsibilities for maintaining a habitable home. Landlords must make repairs and keep the property up to standard, while tenants must report problems and avoid causing damage. Clear communication and prompt action are key to maintaining habitability. If habitability standards are not met, tenants have the right to report violations to local authorities. Many cities have housing departments or health agencies that investigate complaints. Reporting problems helps ensure that everyone has access to safe and healthy housing. When a landlord fails to meet habitability standards, tenants may have several remedies. These can include withholding rent, making repairs and deducting the cost, or even moving out without penalty. The exact remedies depend on local laws, so it's important to know your rights and follow proper procedures. Landlords also have defenses if accused of violating habitability standards. For example, if a tenant causes the problem through neglect or misuse, the landlord may not be responsible. Documentation and communication are important for both parties to protect their interests. Regular inspections help ensure that homes remain habitable. Landlords may conduct periodic checks to spot problems early and make necessary repairs. Tenants should cooperate with inspections and report any issues they notice. This proactive approach helps maintain a safe and comfortable living environment. Habitability standards can vary by location. Some cities or states have stricter rules than others. It's important to check local laws to understand exactly what is required in your area. Local housing agencies or legal aid organizations can provide guidance if you have questions. Habitability standards are not just a local issue, they're important worldwide. Different countries have their own rules and expectations for housing quality. While the details may vary, the goal is always to ensure safe, healthy, and dignified living conditions for all residents. Housing inspectors play a key role in enforcing habitability standards. They visit properties, check for violations, and order repairs when necessary. Inspectors help ensure that landlords meet their obligations and that tenants have safe places to live. Educating tenants about their rights and responsibilities is crucial. Many organizations offer resources to help tenants understand habitability standards and how to address problems. Informed tenants are better equipped to protect their health and safety. Landlords also benefit from training on habitability standards. Understanding the rules helps them avoid legal trouble and keep their properties in good condition. Many local agencies offer workshops or guides for landlords to stay up to date. Disputes over habitability are common. Tenants and landlords may disagree about what repairs are needed or who is responsible. Clear documentation, communication, and knowledge of the law can help resolve these issues fairly and efficiently. There is a strong link between habitability and health. Poor housing conditions can lead to illness, injury, and stress. Meeting habitability standards helps protect the physical and mental well-being of everyone in the home. Habitability standards continue to evolve. New technologies, environmental concerns, and changing lifestyles all influence what is considered habitable. Staying informed about updates and best practices helps ensure that homes remain safe and comfortable for years to come. Let's recap the essentials. Habitability standards are the rules that ensure homes are safe, clean, and suitable for living. They cover everything from structural safety to sanitation, heating, lighting, and more. Both landlords and tenants have roles to play in maintaining these standards. Knowing your rights and responsibilities is the best way to ensure a healthy and comfortable home. Thank you for joining us on this journey through habitability standards. Whether you're renting, owning, or managing property, these rules are designed to protect everyone's health and safety. By understanding and following habitability standards, we can all contribute to better, safer, and more comfortable homes for ourselves and our communities.